Yes, number 3 today from after playing on the golf course for a week. So first one was about keeping your spine angled, head intact, doing our hit the knee drill. Our second one was our handy dandy plane, making sure that we swing in to out and we hit our driver to create draw spin instead of out there somewhere. So hopefully you guys have been working on that. Now, so then we get to the putting green, right? And we're like, oh, my putting, I'm hitting like 3 or 4 putts. And usually it's because we haven't had a lot of time on the greens. The greens are probably pretty slow right now. And maybe the green from one hole to the next is a little different speed. So don't be too hard on yourself. So I'm just going to take you through a couple components of good putting for today. And my first one is the putting setup. So we'll go through the grip and setup. And then we're going to talk about rhythm, because I think rhythm is really the most important thing. So when we get set up for putting, and those of you that have done my classes before, I'm going to show you the right-handed way, and you can kind of translate if you're a lefty. So left hand goes under first. So basically we're going to be more in the palm this time. Our other grip are in our fingers. This one's going to be more palm. Put our thumb down, palmish, thumb. And then most players on tour, 95% of the players, they have the putting grip. So that means that they stick out their left index finger like that. So they just place the left index finger on top of their fingertips or slightly below it. And then they're gonna kind of wiggle it around so that the arms feel, so that one arm isn't dominating the other. They're pretty neutral. So how we're gonna get into that position is we're gonna get our feet about hip width apart. We're going to make our arms straight up in front of us, and then we're going to bend our elbows a little bit. Not that our elbows touch our rib cage, but just slightly out from that. And it'll feel like they're opposite. So this, if you do it in your iPad, you can see a big gap there. They're going to be equal. And then we're going to bow. Bow, 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 bow. Awesome. The club's going to be below our eye. You can check by going like this. The club head's directly below our left eye, and that is our setup. All right, and now I'm going to go through the rhythm. So I'm going to get my metronome app out. I'm going to show you what that looks like. Find it on my, here we go. So this is what the metronome app looks like. This guy right here. I'm going to press on it. Just says metronome. And then we're going to go to this. 1 to 2 count, 72 beats per minute. I know that's upside down, but you can probably turn it around somehow. So that is what that's going to look like. Okay, and now I'm going to press play. Y'all can hear that. Okay, every time you hear that, that's contact. So we'll get into our setup. Bend, bow, bend the knee slightly. And then it's, okay, so contact's right here. Boom, boom. I'm going to put the ball slightly on the outside so you guys can see that. Boom. And notice how both sides are equal. If I go bigger, I gotta go through faster. Slower. So it's the same rhythm, whether we're short or long. So you guys can practice that at home. And I'm just gonna turn that off for a moment. You can just get on your yoga mat. That's what I have out here. So I've got a yoga mat, I have a tennis ball for my hole or target, and I'm going to putt my ball to the tennis ball. So when you're doing this at home, you can lay your yoga mat down in your garage. Maybe the floor isn't equal or like level, so maybe try a few putts just to make sure. So I'm going to line up my ball. I'm going to get set up like we talked about. Bend, bow, ball below my eye. I'm going to take 2 practice swings. I'm going to look at my target. feeling my rhythm, I'm going to move into the ball, and I'm going to do the same thing, same rhythm. Boom, smash the tennis ball. Okay, I'm going to try it again. Get my ball lined up, get my posture, bow, club is below my eye, totally can see that. I'm always going to take 2 practice swings just to feel my rhythm. I'm always going to look at my target to feel it. I'm going to step in, look at my target, and do that same rhythm. Smack, hit it again. How fun is that? And I would be very meticulous about exactly what we're doing. Just don't keep putting, putting, putting. Always do your 2 practice strokes with the good rhythm. Right? And then we're going to step into the ball. And we're going to hit our tennis ball. All right. So try and do that in your garage. I would do it every night actually for like 5 minutes even, and turn on your metronome. So I'm going to turn my metronome back on just as a friendly reminder. You guys can hear that? Looking at our target, step in, same rhythm. Smash the ball again. Awesome. All right, I'm going to turn my metronome on. So that is our lesson for today. We talked about the setup for putting and rhythm. And I think without getting too technical about the stroke, as long as you have a decent putting grip and you got your eye above your ball, you should be able to get the feel for the speed of the greens a lot easier if you do that, as opposed to what I see a lot is like this. So that is not rhythmic. That is like hitting the ball. So when we putt well, we're going to stroke it with that nice rhythm. So try and get that set up on your phone. Easy peasy to do. I'm going to play that for you one more time. You can hear that. Do like 10 strokes. Got it. Feels good. Or a minute is also good. The kids that I coach, we try and get them to do that for a minute before they actually start putting. All right, so again, it's always a pleasure doing this. I'm having a ton of fun in my garage. Yeah, so have fun, and we'll hopefully see you on the golf course soon. So take care. I'm going to come back with another putting tip in a moment.